Okay, we're here in Rehoboth with several members of the 13th Continental Regiment. We have with us Glenn Dady of Berkeley and Keith Bro of Attleboro. Guys, can you tell us a little bit about the 13th Continental Regiment and what it does?
The 13th Continental Regiment is a living history society that teaches people about the 18th century by portraying it in real life. We do parades, we do actual reenactment events, we also do school programs at local elementary schools, as well as the occasional presentation at a local museum like the Carpenter Museum.
So this is a way to bring history to life, and you actually wear replicas of clothing from that era, or what can you tell me about what it's like?
Well, what I'm wearing right here is a 18th century bounty coat, which would have been awarded to participants for months and months of service at the Siege of Boston. Basically, rather than being paid in shillings, they were given a wool coat with regimental buttons on it, and they would pretty much wear this until it fell off them.
So how many members are there now of this 13th regiment, and how often do you have activities?
25 members, and we meet once a month on every third Tuesday at the Palmer River Schoolhouse in Rehoboth. We're also having the Battle of Segregansett on October 3rd and 4th. That starts at 10 in the morning and runs till about
5 at night.
5 at night, and then 3 in the afternoon.
And where is that being held?
Sweet Knolls State Park in Dighton, Massachusetts, just south of the bridge on 138.
So can you tell me a little bit about the history of your organization and the 13th Continental Regiment?
13th Continental Regiment in 1775 started out as the Rehoboth Minutemen. When the call to arms went out at the Siege of Boston, Rehoboth answered the alarm, and Rehoboth at the time period went from what is now Woonsocket, Rhode Island, all parts of the Cape, so including Wareham and so forth. So it was a very large area, and Rehoboth sent a lot of troops to the Siege of Boston. They basically had to give up their fields, their crops and everything, because while this was all going on. They might have had some children to take care of that for them, but for the most part all of the men were there for months at a time. I think it was 7 months, about seven months, half the year they were at the siege, and for their time in service to General Washington, they were paid with a coat, which I mentioned earlier, and Washington didn't like the militia system, so he reorganized the entire army that he had in front of him and made from Provincetown to Franklin, Massachusetts, the 13th Continental Regiment. So Rehoboth fell in line with 13th.
So in recent history, how has this group been revitalized and brought back to life?
In 1993, we were reformed for the 350th anniversary of Rehoboth, and some of the original founding members have joined with others over the years and have formed what is we have today.
And so, last question, what can you tell me about why you like participating in this group? Why you like being a member and reenacting some of those battles from the Revolutionary War era?
First and foremost, you have to have a love of history. And then from there, you really need to enjoy camping, because in a period encampment, there is no electronic devices whatsoever. Everything is 18th century. So it really gives you an appreciation as to what they went through. Even though we're only doing it for a couple of days, once a month, or whenever the battles, reenactments are, it gives you a real appreciation for what our founding fathers went through. I mean, the hardships and everything.
All right, thank you very much, Glenn Dady and Keith Bro.
Thank you.